Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Conrad Prue. Now, Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Conrad Prue, Coach Salem Tigers, gave the Willow Springs Bears everything they could handle on their senior night. Just came up a little bit short, but again, the Tigers are pushing these better teams right to the limit and making them earn their wins.
Well, yeah, we've played a lot better basketball, I think, lately. There's just something to be said about just knowing how to close games out and knowing how to win. And right now we don't have that part of it figured out. But they've really stepped it up in a lot of areas. Played really well for long stretches. They just still yet haven't put that full 4 quarters together, and that's what it takes to win.
Last night, the game was give and take. Willow Springs take the lead. We come back. We get on a run, take the lead. They come back, tie it up. It stayed a pretty close ball game all the way into late in the fourth quarter. And, when you have a chance, and that's really all you can ask for in the game, have a chance near the end to come and possibly get that win. I thought the boys played pretty well. A couple of costly turnovers late in the game kind of did us in. But, overall, Coach, getting into district play, I think the Tigers are actually playing some of their best basketball of the season.
I think we're definitely playing some of our better basketball, and it's more consistent. Early in the season it was, a game here or there, and we'd see flashes of it. They've strung 3 or 4 or 5 games in a row now that we haven't necessarily won, but I feel like we've competed at a much higher level. Mm-hmm. And the next step is just getting that win and getting that confidence back and that know-how. And we've got 3 more chances left before districts, and so they just got to keep doing, what they're doing, and keep feeding the ball to Schultz inside and shooting with confidence. And I think from last night we've got to be better defensively, and that was really, we allowed them to shoot too high of a percentage, and they're a good team with good shooters, but we got to try to make it more difficult for them on the defensive side of the ball.
I think it's the 3rd game in a row we've had 3 guys getting in double figures, and George Schultz and, obviously Reese have been kind of leading the way for the Tigers, but you've had Logan Chilton get a double figure game the other day at Ava, and then you had Carter last night again. So you're starting to get a little bit more scoring, but you still need more balanced scoring from all 5 guys or 6 guys on the floor just to kind of keep it even. But, you can take those leads like Jordan has been doing or Reese has been doing, and you just kind of build on that. So far, we're just a little bit shy.
Yeah, it's been, Hayden has really been frustrated with himself, and he's a big-time competitor and wants to do well and wants to win. And his shot has kind of struggled, and we kind of depend on him for 8 to 10 points a game. Mm-hmm. And he kind of in one of those shooting slumps. I think Carter's finally seemingly started to kind of come out of a slump the last few games. He's started to finish down low, and he shot the 3, I thought, pretty decent last night, and made 1 or 2. And so, it takes 5 or 6 guys all really scoring and working well. And Reese and Schultz have become predictable double-digit guys, but our offense has not ever really been my concern. They've always, recently really been taking care of the ball well, and have always gotten good shots. I think our focus and our biggest concern and what we've got to do to win games is we got to improve defensively, and we've got to force more turnovers. And, last night I felt like we didn't rebound very well first stretches of the game, and just test shots better. And I think defensively is where this team has got to really make its biggest stride going into district play.
And at times last night there was a lot of loose balls, and we always call those 50-50 balls, and it seemed like Salem Tigers were not coming up with those last night. And had they, it might have changed the outcome of that game. And sometimes, you don't know really why you don't come up with a ball, but it seems like, we were just in the wrong place, the wrong time, or a step slow in reacting. And, Coach, that's the whole difference in what a whole game can be on the total outcome.
Yeah, we gotta be better on the 50-50 balls for sure. We gotta, and it's not something that we're just not. It's not that they're not hustling for it or anything. It's just, like you said, we're kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. It seems like when those balls are loose and rolling around, and it's kind of some unfortunate luck. But I think we've done a better job of competing for them, and guys are diving on the floor and hustle and effort. It's, this group has been regardless of wins and losses, they've been a really fun group to coach and be around, and really easy one to coach, to be honest, because their effort is never in question. They always give me 100% and practice and games, and so whatever happens will happen. But I can't say enough about these guys and the work they've put in throughout the year.
Tonight we take on the Houston Tigers and another SCA game, and of course you'll finish out your SCA schedule this week. Houston's one of those guys that's got, one of those teams that's got some guys that have some shooting ability. They've got some good talent. They have not had the best season overall that you might have thought they were going to have, but this is not a team you can take lightly and just going to say, well, it's Houston. Houston and Salem always have good games when they match up. I think tonight will be no exception to that.
No, absolutely. And it helps. They have a Hall of Fame coach on their side too. Coach Gorman does a great job with them, and they've got some talent. They got a pretty athletic big that can really jump and cause some problems on the glass, and alters a lot of shots, blocks a lot of shots, and then one kid in particular, the Moore kid, that can absolutely light it up. I think last year as a sophomore, we beat him in overtime, but we had a 7-point lead left, and he hit 3 threes back to back to back, and he can really catch fire. And when he does, they're an extremely dangerous team.
What kind of system does Houston play? Are they a man-to-man team, or are they zone? What are they going to throw at the Salem Tigers?
A little of both. I've seen them play a lot of man. I've seen them actually play some what we call junk defenses, some triangle and twos and box and ones. It's kind of some unconventional things. I've seen them play a 3-2 zone and early in the year, and so I think they'll run a little bit of everything. I could see them playing a little bit of their 3-2 zone, and also trying to man up, maybe trying to face guard Reese, and maybe even doubling Schultz. They're going to have a good game plan for trying to take Reese and Jordan out of the game. I think Coach Gorman knows, and he's been to enough of our games that he knows that our offense goes through those two most of the time, and so it's going to be very important for those guys like Dawson and Hayden and Carter and Logan to continue to score and to be aggressive on the offensive end.
When you get to this time of year, and especially within the SCA teams, there are no secrets anymore. Everybody knows who can do what pretty much with each team. Isn't that right, Coach?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's like we talked about yesterday. There's not – everyone knows personnel, who the offense goes through, and so it's a lot about focusing on yourselves and executing yourself, and doing what you do well, and so we continue to do that, and hopefully better defensively to maybe get some baskets in transition to kind of negate their defensive strategies. All
right, Coach. Well, the best of luck tonight against the Houston Tigers. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks, Stan.
Stay tuned. Tiger basketball is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Conrad Prue. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is coming up next.
Mike, we're known for our signature calls. Back to the track, to the wall. It's a goner!
Oh, yeah, fans can tell we're into the action as much as they are. Swing and a home run. Get up, baby. Get up. Oh, yeah.
But one of the best calls we've made is picking up each new issue of Cardinals Magazine.
There's no doubt about that, John. Every issue is the material that you need to watch Cardinal baseball. The Cardinal Magazine is the source for definitive information on all of the Cardinals.
We're sold on the all-access stories, spectacular photography, colorful design, inside scoop.
It's definitely a magazine for the fans, and it really shows in every keepsake edition.
We don't miss an issue, and neither should you. Join us and thousands of loyal readers from all 50 states by subscribing today.
You can order yours right now at 314-345-9000 or simply go to cardinals.com/publications.
It is now time for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Radio and online at ksmoradio.com. Tiger basketball is being brought to you as a courtesy of your community health center, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Country Mart, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Fairground Auto Plaza, Progressive Ozark Bank, Southwest Baptist University of Salem, Town and Country Insurance, the Common Grounds Bistro, Larson Collision Center, Commissioner Dennis Purcell and family, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Now, Tiger basketball next on KSMO and online at KSMORadio.com.
Welcome to Salem High School Gymnasium. Right now we're in the middle of our national anthem, so we'll take a 1-minute break and come back to the beginning of the basketball game between Salem and Houston right after this 1-minute break.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free. Everyone has a big to-do list nowadays. With a busy schedule, it's easy to forget about yourself. Don't neglect your dental health. Schedule a quick and easy checkup with Dr. Bagby at your community health center today. YCHC offers comprehensive dental care, same-day appointments, and extended hours to meet your busy schedule. Call and set up an appointment at 573-426-6718. Again, that's 573-426-6718. Building your community, your health.
We welcome you to Salem High School Gymnasium. Stan Stevens bringing you Salem Tiger basketball against the Houston Tigers tonight. It's an SCA battle between these two teams. Both teams have struggled a little bit this year, but Salem Tigers have really struggled, losing their last 7 in a row. And they're going to try and correct that tonight here against the Houston Tigers. Hey, thanks for joining us on KSMO Radio Fidelity Local 6. We're glad that you're along with us. Got the pep band. We've got a dance routine at halftime. It's going to be as we close out the regular season here pretty soon. It'll be senior night for the boys on Thursday night as they move that game up. It'll be a doubleheader with the girls and boys on Thursday, with the girls varsity game starting at 6 and the boys game at about 7:15. So we hope you can make it out, support your Tigers, but if you can't make it, then all you got to do is listen in on KSMO Radio, or you can watch it live on Fidelity Local 6 on Thursday night. Both games will be live, and that will be on Fidelity Local 6 and HD 406. Here's the starters for the Houston Tigers and Salem Tigers. For Houston, at guard will be Kylie Ramsey and Connor Wilson. Clayton Moore will be forward. Dakota Burchett forward, and Jagan Moss will be at center for these Houston Tigers. The Salem Tigers, George Schultz will be at center. It will be Dawson Conaway and Reese Dotson as the guards. They'll have Carter Chilton up there and forward, along with Hayden Wilson. We're going to be tipping it off, and they're going to let Burchett tip it off this time against Schultz. Ready to get underway, and here we go as it goes back to Carter Chilton. He'll give it off to Reese Dotson. Salem in their home whites with the navy blue on the side trim, underneath the armpits and down on the hips. And and Houston in their new Nike uniforms, the black with red with the I'll have to say gray trim on the shoulders and on the bottom of the pants. And then herringbone pattern. Right now, it's Salem with the ball. Dotson, top of the key. Right side pass to Dawson Conway. Basically a 2-1-2 zone right now set up by Houston. Flipping it down inside to Carter Chilton to Jordan Schultz on that baseline. Schultz off the glass, and then the Salem Tigers take a 2-0 lead. 45 seconds into this one. It'll be Ramsey bringing it up slowly. Ramsey, bring number 3 over the timeline. Bounce pass, getting it to Burchett. Burchett flips it out on top, waiting for it. There's Wilson. Wilson. It back to Ramsey. Ramsey out on the right wing, kicks it down in the corner, waiting for it. There's Burchett. Burchett down low, kicks it back to Moss. Moss can't shoot, turns, looks, trying to get it a pass off. Trying to backdoor it, stolen away by Conway. Good play by Conway for that steal. First turnover belongs to Houston. Schultz back to Dotson for a three-pointer. It's good. Reese Dotson hits the 3, and Salem grabs a 5-0 lead. A minute and a half into this one. Houston gets over the timeline as Ramsey flips it left side to Moss. Moss driving in, kicks it outside to Wilson. Wilson beyond three, doesn't want to shoot, goes back on top to Clayton Moore. Clayton Moore trying to get a pick. Clayton Moore down to the corner, fires it back on top to Ramsey. And with good defense right now, keeping Houston from finding the open shot. Down low, it goes to Wilson underneath the basket. Flipping it out front, stolen again by the Salem Tigers. This was intended for Clayton Moore. In the corner, here's Conway. Back to Hayden Wilson to the hole. Shot blocked there by Wilson. Comes down in the hands of Moore. Moore the other way. A long three, it's good. Clayton Moore, who's got that sweet three shot. He just came and pulled one up and made a 5-3 game without hesitating. Instead of trying to set the play up, Houston have been unsuccessful doing so. Moore took it into his own hands. Here's Dotson. Dotson has the three in this game. They go back door to Hayden Wilson. Wilson to Carter Chilton. Out on top, Conway back to Dotson. Dotson trying to drive in. Takes a three instead. It's off the iron. Comes out high. Comes to Conway. Dawson back to Hayden Wilson. Between the circles. Hayden now to Carter Chilton. Conway. Conway on that right wing. Out on top, Dotson. Back to Carter Chilton. Down low to Jordan Schultz. Can't find it. Stolen away by Houston. And Ramsey has it. Ramsey with 4:55 to go in the first quarter. 5-3. Salem on top. Ramsey flipping it down low to Burchett. Out on top. His boss at the top of the key. Goes back to Ramsey as they get it to Wilson first. Ramsey on that left wing. All the way across down to Moss to the paint. Moss from 9. The shot won't go. Carter Chilton has it. He sets the rebound off to Reese Dotson, who gets it over the timeline. Half-court defense by both teams. And Conway flips it back to Hayden Wilson. Hayden with his a little bit of a tie wrist band on his right arm. Conway has it, flips it back to Dotson. Down to Carter Chilton. His jumper is way wide. Comes off the backboard to the hands of Connor Wilson. We'll give it off to Ramsey, and again, either team shooting very well at the beginning of this one. Looked like Sam was going to come out and take over, but not the way. Clayton Moore now has it. He hit it 3 moments ago. Clayton is forced there by Jordan Schultz. Gives it to Ramsey. Ramsey trying to find his way to the hole. Gets it down underneath. Stolen away, though, by Dotson with another beautiful play. Dotson then flipped it to Schultz before he went out of bounds. Bounce pass to Carter Chilton. Back to Dotson. Over for the three. Takes it. It's off the front of the rim. And called down there by Moore. Moore the other way. 5-3 with 3:35 to go. Baseline. Moss underneath. Puts it out on top. Waiting for it. There's Burchett. Back to Moore. He hands it to Ramsey. Very patient right now, Houston is on that perimeter. Ramsey trying to work his way in to Burchett. Burchett, a three-point effort. It's too hard. And Conway on the backside has it. Mentioned neither team shooting very accurately here early on. 5-3 our score as Dotson hands it over to Conway. Dotson with a three. 4 with a three. Schultz with a 2. That's the scoring in this game 5 minutes into the contest. Here's Carter Chilton trying to get down low on that baseline. All the way back outside it goes to Conway. To Dotson. Bounce pass to Hayden Wilson. Underneath for Schultz. He'll be fouled from behind by Dakota Burchett. First foul of the game belongs to Houston. 2:52 to go first quarter as Wilson checks out Logan Chilton in. Braden Carmack not dressed for the game tonight in the street clothes, along with Lucas Morrison, who's got his left foot in a boot. Now Carter Chilton, a long 2 from the corner. It will not fall down. Brought down and controlled underneath by Corbin Toon, who just came in the ball game. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey trying to drive in. Ramsey underneath. Scoops it up. Won't go. Carter Chilton with that rebound. Quickly the other way to Logan. Logan has the ball stolen away from him by Clayton Moore, and a foul called on Logan Chilton. He had that ball too far away from it. Clayton swiped it away. Logan pick up his first foul. The first foul on the Salem Tigers with 2.5 minutes to go. And half-court defense by Salem. As Clayton Moore will bring it up. 5-3 still our score. Moore standing out in the Big S here at the Salem High School gym on Progressive Ozark Bank floor. He wants to give it to Ramsey. Tied up. Doesn't know what to do with it. And now flipping it. And it's knocked out of bounds by Dotson. It should have been a 5 count there. Officials not counting on the sideline there for quite some time and then started to. Burchett will inbound it. Burchett Goes back court to Ramsey with 2:10 to go in his first quarter. Still 5-3 our score. Ramsey. Out high, guarded there by Conway. Bounce pass left side to Moore. Moore. Double team going baseline. Kicks it back inside. Ball stolen away, though, by Johnson. Johnson with that steal. That's his third steal this game. He comes into the paint from the free throw line. The jumper's off the iron. It's taken under control by Toon. Corbin Toon. Kicks it back to Burchett. Back to Moore. 1:40 to go first quarter. Still 5-3. Moore on top to Toon. Toon open for the three. Doesn't take it. Wants to hand it off to Ramsey. Ramsey was trouble with it. He's called for a travel. That's the fourth turnover. Make that the fifth turnover by Houston. 4 steals for Salem in this game. They've capitalized on not one of them. It has been a defensive struggle. Neither team shooting well, but team's not just really getting a lot of good opportunities. As Hayden Wilson back in the ball game. He has the ball right now. Top of the key. Stop looking inside. Nothing there. Inside it goes to Schultz. Carter Chilton takes a long two. It will not fall in as Corbin Toon takes down his third rebound. Back the other way with a minute to go. It's Moore. Moore will put up a three-pointer. It's offline. No good. And there is Dotson with a rebound. Down the right wing. Dotson in the corner. Logan Chilton from 9. The shot partially blocked. Goes to Gordon Schultz. Schultz to Wilson. Now to Carter Chilton. Back to Schultz. Bounce it off his foot. Ball loose on the floor. And getting it is Moore. Steal for Houston. Moore the other way. Beyond 3. On top to Ramsey. Ramsey gets away from one man. Picked up there by Dotson with 30 seconds to go. Ramsey trying to go baseline. Stops. Puts a loop shot in. Will not tickle in. And it's taken there by Jordan Schultz. Schultz under the basket down to Logan Chilton. Logan can't get the shot away, and he'll be fouled by Moore. He had Wilson coming in. He could have shifted it over to Hayden. But Logan was fouled in the process. So Moore will pick up his first foul. And Logan Chilton to the line to shoot 2. 18 seconds left. 5-3 our score. He misses the free throw. Last night, the girls against Houston had a 4-2 lead at the end of a first quarter. It's a little bit different game. That was more of just a ball stall game. This one's just pretty inaccurate shooting. Logan Chilton, the next one. This one is no good as well. And it's brought down by Burchett. 15 seconds to go as Moore will bring it up for Houston. Left side pass to Ramsey. Ramsey trying to get a pick. Goes back on top. Moore right at the top of the key. He'll back up, take a long three-pointer. It's off the iron. Taken down, put back up, partially blocked there by Schultz. And then at the last minute, Burchett tried a shot, and it doesn't go. We've played one quarter here at Salem. Very low scoring first quarter. 5-3 Salem. Will come back in a minute. It's the Tiger basketball on KSMO Radio.
Open a checking account today and get a free gift and refer your family and friends and receive another appreciation gift free from Progressive Ozark Bank. Just open a checking account today. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and even get cash back. So stop in today at Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender. Celebrate the new year with a new Buick from Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, where qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months through GM Financial on most Buick models in stock. Some buyers may not qualify. Stop by Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla, or go online at fairgroundgm.com to check out the selection or for more information. Fairground Auto Plaza, driven to serve you best, where Chevy finds new roads.
Very low scoring first quarter. Houston with 1-3 in the whole first quarter, but Salem didn't do it. And Schultz got a 2. 5-3 is the score here as we start the second quarter. Houston will inbound it. A lot of bad shooting. 4 steals for Salem, 3 steals for Houston in the game, and none of these steals ended up with baskets. In the corner is Ramsey. Ramsey down low. The shot off the glass is no good. I don't even know if it hit the glass. Put up there by Burchett. Down the other way as Silas Wolf is in. Now on top to Dotson. Right side pass to Hayden Wilson. Wilson down to Wolf in the right corner. Inside trying to feed it in. Stolen away by Houston, and back comes the Tigers in black. It's Ramsey. Ramsey hits a pick, and a foul's going to be called on Silas Wolf. He pushed down Burchett. I don't think he should have been on Silas Wolf. They called it on Reese Dotson. Dotson didn't hit anybody. It was Silas Wolf that knocked the man over. And nope, they called it on the wrong guy. Here's Moore the other way, trying to go baseline. Gets cut off there by Wilson, who's all over him. Moore back out on top to Wilson. Connor Wilson hanging on to it, back to Moore. Moore on their center court. Good defense by really both teams, not allowing some good shots. Out back to Wilson, now to Ramsey. Ramsey for Houston, trying to get a pick. Out in their center court, trying to drive, can't. Goes to Moss. Moss in the paint, out on top Burchett. Back to Ramsey. Ramsey trying to work his way in, down low to Wilson. Connor Wilson, out to Burchett, back to Ramsey in the corner. Ramsey puts up a three from there. It's too short. Comes down the backside, taken there by Moss. Moss underneath the basket, kicks it back to Wilson. Wilson out on top for Burchett, and timeout called by Houston with 6:35 to go in a half. It's still 5-3, and we'll take a 30-second break. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO and on Fidelity Local 6.
Check out the New Year's sale going on right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, where you'll find Max Battery Terminal Cleaner or Max Battery Terminal Protector. Your choice, 2 for $7. Prestone Windshield Deicer for $3.99 and a 26-piece screwdriver set with a stand for $17.99 a set. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Houston has the ball to inbound. He's got a couple of little youngsters on the floor. They get it inside to Moss. Moss started there by Conway. 6.5 to go in the half. 5-3 our scores. Ramsey gets the pass from the Salem bench. Down low to Burchett. Burchett in the paint to Moss. Moss lost the ball, goes out of bounds off of Houston. It'll belong to Salem Tigers. Turnover number 6 for the Houston Tigers. I understand being patient, but some of this is kind of getting a little redundant. Houston just almost refusing to shoot. Now here's Hayden Wilson into Carter Chilton. His shot from the high post, no good. Jordan Schultz with a rebound. He is fouled by Wilson after pulling down that rebound. The first rebound for Salem in this second quarter, and we played 1 minute and 55 seconds. So Schultz will shoot 2. Houston has held on to the ball pretty much the entire second quarter to this point. And Schultz hits the free throw. We've changed scores for the first time in 7 minutes. Next free throw also good. It was 5-3 for almost a full 7 minutes in this game. Wilson will check out. That's coming back in the game is Sterling Jackson. Jackson, who played in the JV game. Down low it goes to Moss. Moss will be fouled there by Conway. Austin kind of slipped a little bit and kind of leaned into Moss. 3 team fouls for each. Inbound pass comes to Moore for the side. His shot no good. Carter Chilton has it. Carter to Dotson, down to Conway. Conway on the right wing. Back on top, Dotson. Back to Conway. Conway right in front of the Houston bench. We'll move it back out a little bit. Gets a little breathing room from Ramsey down the corner to Wilson. Wilson back to Conway. Out to Dotson. Dotson trying to drive. Can't cut off there by Moore. Back to Dotson. Down low it goes to Schultz. Schultz triple team and walks with the ball. Houston collapsed on Jordan Schultz and triple teamed him. He couldn't move. Turns the ball over. 7-3 our score. Schultz with 4 points. Dotson with 3 for Salem. And Clayton Moore with the only points for Houston. 5:15 to go in the half. Here's Moore with it now. He just walked, no call. Moore trying to drive down. Goes to Moss. Moss from 7. It's off the rim, no good. And Carter Chilton brings down his 4th rebound. Quickly to Wilson the other way. Wilson on baseline got cut off. Now to Chilton across to Dawson Conway for a 3-pointer. And it rims in. Dawson Conway makes it 10-3. Salem with 4:50 to go in the half. Wide open. Dawson had shot a long time and put that one home. Now Jackson in the corner to Moss. Moss back out on top of Burchett. Now 3-point effort up and good by Sterling Jackson. So Houston has 2 threes in this game in the first 12 minutes of play. 10-6 our score. You normally would think that would be getting blown out, but not in this one. That pass by Wilson right into the hands of Ramsey. Ramsey trying to drive down all the way. Blocked there by Schultz, but Schultz will get the hip and draw a foul. It'll be Jordan's first. It'll be a shooting foul for Ramsey. Kylie Ramsey will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throws for Houston this game, and the first one is no good. Logan Chilton comes in for Schultz. Wilson will come in the ball game for Burchett. Next one is also no good, and Logan Chilton brings down that rebound. Gives it to Reese Dotson with 4:10 to go in the half. 10-6 our score. Dawson Conway hit a 3 moments ago. In the corner to Wilson. Back to Conway. Now to Dotson. Down low to Logan Chilton. Gets away from one man. And then is fouled there by Wilson, who was going up for the shot block. And Wilson brought it right down on him. That'll be his second foul. Connor had a little time in the JV game. Logan Chilton 0 for 2 for the stripe. Takes this one. Wilson will check out Burchett, who just got off floor, goes back on. Exactly 4 minutes to go. 11-6 in this game as the second one does not go down, and Burchett brings down that rebound. And it gets it more now to Ramsey. Salem in their half-court defense with 3:50 to go in the half. Man-to-man right now for Salem. Ramsey on top. Moss with a 3. It's off the rim. High in the air it goes, and Carter Chilton pulls that one away. Carter with his 5th rebound. Down to Logan, all the way down. Lays it up and in with a good move. Logan Chilton with 3. And the Tigers have a 13-6 lead over Houston. 3.5 to go. We're in the first half. Ramsey over the timeline. Giving it to Burchett. Burchett handing it off to Sterling Jackson, who hit a 3 in the second quarter. Jackson has the ball stolen away by Dotson. Now to Logan Chilton, all the way down, and Logan Chilton's shot goes down. Count the bucket. Oh, wait a minute. I say yes. One official said count the bucket, and the other one was saying it's 2. So count the bucket for Logan Chilton. And the free throw. Foul called on Kylie Ramsey. One official said the foul was committed before the shot, and the other one said no, it's good. That free throw, no good, but brought down by Carter Chilton underneath the basket. He's fouled. Logan Chilton 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Normally about an 80% free throw shooter. He's shooting 20%. Foul called on Sterling Jackson. 16 foul now on Houston with 3:09 to go, and Corbin Toon back in the game. Not a shooting foul. They go back out on top to Dotson. Dotson over to Hayden Wilson. Wilson getting into Dotson. 3 minutes exactly left on the clock in the half. Dotson to Hayden Wilson in the corner, driving in, all the way down, flips it off the glass too hard. Brought down by Corbin Toon. Toon to Ramsey. Ramsey, that's over the timeline, and will set the play for Houston. Drives to his right. Beyond 3. Trying to flip it out. Ball stolen away by Dotson. But he gives it right back. Never really had it. Now in the corner, Burchett. Burchett back to Ramsey. Ramsey on top Moss. Taking Moss. Trying to come in. Back out to Ramsey. 3 from the corner. It's up and off the rim. No good. Brought down by Toon. Put back up and in. I should say by Burchett. Excuse me. Burchett with that rebound and put back, and Houston has cut the gap 15-8. Now Logan Chilton all the way down the short jumper. It will not go down. It's tied up. And what are they going to call? Jump ball here belongs to the Salem Tigers as Burchett and Chilton tied it up underneath the basket. Dawson Conway coming in for Hayden Wilson. Salem with a short bench as Braden Carmack not dressed for the game tonight. Logan Chilton in the corner. Silas Wolf back to Logan underneath the basket. Puts it up and in. He's got 7. And the Tiger lead is 9 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. 17-8. And the ball picked there by Dotson. Loose on the floor. Who's going to get it? Dotson takes it all the way down, trying to get a shot up, and it won't go. No foul called. And back comes Houston. Here's Ramsey all the way down, and he will be fouled, I believe, by Silas Wolf. That'll be Salem's 15th foul with 1:44 to go. Dotson got the steal. The Salem Tigers. That is their 6th. I think that's 5th. Pass goes in the corner to Burchett. Now to Moore for 3. Off the iron. Comes down high, hard, and Conway has it to Dotson. Now down to Wolf, and Wolf throws it right into Burchett's hand. Trying to get a little too fancy there. Out of Ramsey. Ramsey out of Moss. Down low to Corbin. He knocks him down. It's called a charge. As Corbin Toon looked like he slipped and fell right into Logan Chilton and gets called for a charge. That turns the ball over to Salem Tigers. That'll be number 8 on Houston. Dotson will sit down with 1:25 to go as Hayden Wilson comes back in the ball game. Sterling Jackson ready to re-enter. He'll come in as Houston falls back into a 1-2-2. Their defense, mostly a zone here against Salem Tigers, but they do collapse. So as what Coach Brew called a junk defense, as it kind of combines 2 or 3 different types of defenses depending on who's on the floor. Right now, Dawson Conway standing out near center, just letting the clock run down to a minute. 17-8. We are in the first half. Conway just standing there, letting the clock run down. Down to 50 seconds left. Now Moore will come out. Getting it down to Wolf. Carter Chilton for a 3 in the corner. Ribs out. No good. Logan Chilton can't get it. Comes to Wilson. Hayden in the paint. His hook won't go. Brought down by Sterling Jackson. A foul called on Dawson Conway. That'll be his 2nd. Wilson had a chance at it. Couldn't get it to go. 38 seconds to go in the first half. Burchett will give it to Ramsey as they'll bring it up slowly. Carter Chilton will take a little break as Schultz comes back in the game. Hand it off to Moore. Moore between the circles. 25 seconds left. Moore backs up a 3. It's off the rim, and Schultz brings it down, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession here will favor Houston as Moss and Schultz tied up for that ball. Underneath the basket, gets the possession arrow call. It'll be Houston to inbound. Ramsey into Burchett, a short jumper, blocked there by Schultz. He gets it off to Conway with 18 seconds. Schultz with his 2nd block of the game. And Dawson out near center court, down to 11 seconds now. Moves to his right. A timeout called by Coach Brew with 9.5 seconds left to go in this first half. Our score, Salem Tigers 17 and Houston 8. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO. You're watching the game on Fidelity Local 6.
At the Bank of Salem, keeping your account safe and secure is our highest priority. We're adding text fraud alerts as part of our debit card protection program. If Shazam, our debit card processor, suspects fraudulent activity on your debit card, you may be alerted via text message or phone call. Ask a Bank of Salem employee today. Remember, we will never request card or account information via text, phone, or email. The Bank of Salem, putting our customers first since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back for the last 9.5 seconds of the first quarter. I should say first half, as Dotson has it in the corner to Logan Chilton. 5 seconds Logan back to Dotson. Dotson puts up a prayer for a three. It's off the rim. No good. Brought down by Burchett, and that'll do it for this first half. A very low-scoring first half as the Salem Tigers get only 17 points, which you would think would that just be a disaster, but Houston's got only 8. Very, very poor shooting first half by both teams, and the Tigers of Salem have a 9-point lead. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back and give you stats on this first half on KSMO Radio Fidelity Local 6 as the Salem Tigers and Houston Tigers are tangling in SCA Contest 17-8 Salem. Back in 3 minutes, this is Tiger Basketball on KSMO. You're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Check out Country Mart in Salem, where in their bakery you can find a large variety of cakes for all occasions, anytime, and by special order, like anniversary, wedding, and birthday cakes. Country Mart has a full-service deli where breakfast is served daily. They have deli sandwiches that are made while you wait, and they offer daily lunch specials every day. You'll also find a large selection of cheese and deli meats to choose from. It's just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem, Highway 3272 East.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
Would it make your life easier to have access to a live teller Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.? I'm sure you answered yes. Riverways Federal Credit Union is here to help you simplify with their all-new ITM. Just drive straight up to the machine in the drive-through lane that looks like an ATM. Press the screen and voila! You'll be talking straight to the local teller. It's that easy. Available 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just another way that Riverways Federal Credit Union is positively different.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital Radiology Department strives to stay at the forefront of technology through high-quality diagnostic imaging tools such as CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, nuclear medicine, DEXA scans, 3D mammographies, ultrasound, and more. Many services are offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the emergency room, while other services are offered through outpatient services Monday through Friday. To find out more about the Radiology Department, contact me, Bobby Sullins, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, get Mobil 1 full synthetic oil, $28.95 for 5 quarts. Park City conventional oil priced at $16.99 for 5 quarts. And Stone Glass cleaning wipes are only $4.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Park City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
We're back Salem High School Gymnasium, and Linda Ladies Dance Class is performing here at halftime in the routine. And right here at KSMO Radio, we are thanking Linda and a fine job with these young ladies and getting them a little bit of rhythm as the pep band watches the girls do their routine as they'll get ready to perform here at halftime as well. 17-8, Salem on top. Conley Construction LLC can handle all of your construction needs, from building a new home or a business all the way to just renovating. You need some new walls. Maybe you need some interior changes. Maybe room additions, concrete work, decks, siding, tile, wood floors, roofs. Name it, they can do it. No job is too small. Contact Randy Conway at Conway Construction at 247-6468 or Jake at 247-4174. Conway Construction LLC, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. And what are you doing for your Valentine's Day evening? Well, head on down to the Common Grounds Bistro for Valentine's dinner. They're going to have great specials this Thursday Friday and Saturday from 5 until close. Get these specials and take advantage of it and enjoy a great meal for you and your Valentine. 2 12-ounce prime ribs, soft drinks, and dessert, only $50. 2 12-ounce steaks, soft drinks, and dessert, just $40. Or if you're not that hungry, how about 2 9-ounce steaks, soft drinks, and a dessert, just $35. The steaks are served nightly, and then this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you get these great specials from 5 until close. Valentine's dinners. A great way for you and your Valentine to enjoy this Valentine's Day or even weekend going by. They had Flavor to Life at the Common Grounds Bistro right here in Salem, and they have gluten-free breads available as well. And check it out. Valentine's dinner this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Common Grounds Bistro here in Salem, 300B South Main Street. Well, this was an interesting first half as we had a 5-3 score after the first quarter with Salem on top. And the Tigers were able to get some baskets in that second quarter, but Houston really struggled in their shooting, but also in their play selection. Not really getting any open shots. They've been able to hit 2 threes in this game, one by Sterling Jackson, one by Clayton Moore, and a putback 2 on a rebound by Dakota Burchett. That's it for Houston. They have 8 points in this first half. For the Salem Tigers, though, they haven't had a very high-scoring quarter either. They did get 12 points in the second quarter, 7 of those by Logan Chilton, and 4 by Jordan Schultz, 3 by Dawson Conway, and 3 by Reese Dotson in this game. Leading rebounder in the contest has to be Carter Chilton with 6. He has no points, but he has 6 rebounds. As for the Salem Tigers, Dakota Burchett and Corbin Toon each have 4 for Houston. 2 rebounds for George Schultz, 3 for Dawson Conway, and 1 for Reese Dotson, and 1 for Hayden Wilson. Also for Houston, they have 1 rebound from Jakin Moss, Clayton Moore, and Connor Wilson. 6 steals for Houston in the first half, 8 turnovers. Salem had 5 steals in the first half and 8 turnovers. 3 for 7 from the free throw line with the Salem Tigers, and Houston was 0 for 2. That's really about it. There's not that much going on in that first half. A couple of fouls for Connor Wilson. He leads the way with 2 there. Dawson Conway has 2 for the Salem Tigers. And that's kind of where we stand here at halftime. And as a very, I'll say, cautious first half, it might be the best word for it. Neither team really tried to attack the basket. It looked like they were waiting for the other team to make mistakes. And both defenses kind of stayed in place. And the offenses just really never got on track. Tigers did a little bit more in that second quarter, but for the most part, a very low scoring first half, and I'm not sure it could change that much in the second half unless they coaches decide they want to start really pushing the envelope here a little bit and trying to maybe draw some fouls. I really don't know what the strategy is to get for Houston. I don't think I've ever seen them try and be that cautious and so select on their shot idea. But who knows? It's all up to the coaches at this stage of the year. And, of course, Houston will be in district play coming up starting Saturday. So they may want to be maybe a little bit more cautious going in to districts and maybe conserve a little energy. Again, hard to tell at this stage of the year what their plans are. Hey, Commissioner Dennis Purcell, wife Renee, and daughter Lindsay are proud to be supporters of the Salem Tigers. Wishing them the very best all year. Go Big Blue from Commissioner Dennis Purcell and family. We've got another half to go. Salem Tigers are on the floor warming up. Houston nowhere to be found yet, but there's still plenty of time in the warm-up. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with that second half. 17-8, Salem on top. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO. You are watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
You don't have to go out of town to rent a car. You can rent one right here in town at Larson Rental Cars. And they have cars available to anyone for their needs, including short vacations when you don't want to put miles on your vehicle, a person's short-term needs for a vehicle repair, or an extra vehicle for a family member who's come in town, or really any reasonable need you might have. For more information about Larson Rental Cars, call 729-3915 or stop by 503 North MacArthur in Salem. Larson Rental Cars. There's a lot to do at the newly renovated Salem City Park. Headlining the activities is the totally rejuvenated Alice Lou Craig Municipal Pool that offers visitors and residents of all ages a full day of fun. The park also includes a brand new splash pad adjacent to Billy's Playground, Salem's new all-accessible playground where children with different abilities can play together. The park has numerous ball fields as well as pavilions that are available to rent for private outings. For more information about the Salem City Park, visit the Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page online.
This is Mike Elliott with Town & Country Insurance. We represent many different insurance companies which allow us to offer you competitive rates by checking your insurance with many companies. We're able to find more value for you this way. Town & Country Insurance has been serving the surrounding area for over 50 years. Stop by and see Laura Arts, Sarah Edwards, or myself at 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank. Or you can call our office at 729-6624. We also have offices in Rolla and Licking to serve you.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free. Have you heard of HealthTran? Your community health center is proud to announce the launch of a new transportation service, HealthTran. This service will provide you, the patient, with reliable transportation to and from your health appointments. You can schedule your first ride by calling your community health center at 573-426-4455. Again, call 573-426-4455 for more information or to schedule a ride today. Building your community, your health.
Welcome back to the Salem High School gym. Getting ready to get started with the second half. We want to tell you that SPU University right here in Salem provides quality education close to home for the residents of Dent County and surrounding areas with degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education, and more. To find out more about becoming a student or if you're a returning student, get in touch with Chris Welch. 729-7071, 729-7071. Salem Tigers have the ball on the inbound as Hayden Wilson gets it to Jordan Schultz, right side wing to Reese Dotson beyond 3. Dotson down low to Carter Chilton on the baseline. Turns, can't get the shot off. Back to Dotson to Conway. Now to Hayden Wilson for a three-pointer off the rim, straight up in the air, brought down by Burchett. Burchett getting away from Tiger player Carter Chilton, handing it off to Ramsey. Kylie Ramsey out near center court, guarded there by Dotson. Dotson staying right with him. He plays it down low to finds Burchett all alone. He scores. Tiger defense fell down there. Nobody near Burchett as Hayden Wilson has it. 17-10 our score. Now to Schultz. He's all alone and he scores. So Houston returns the favor by the breakdown on their defense. Ramsey will bring it up. Well, that's more scoring we saw in 1 minute than we saw in most of the first half. Wow. Ramsey the other way. More Houston. Looking inside. Nothing there. Now goes to Moore. Moore from 7. His jumper off the iron. Pinball's out, around, and George Schultz will yank it down. Schultz the other way to Dotson. 19-10. Salem on top. Dotson from 9. The jumper off the iron. Comes down to Schultz, and he gives it off to Wilson. To Dotson for a 3. It's off the front of the rim. It trickles in. Dotson gets the 3. And it's 22-10 with 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Pass right now to Moss. Taking Moss into the paint all the way down. Tries a little baby hook shot, but he's called for a travel. Salem will take over. They'll drop back in their half-court defense. I'm kind of surprised they're not trying to force the issue a little bit here to start this third quarter. Dotson brings it over the timeline. He'll flip it to Dawson Conway. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Hayden Wilson in the corner, has it. Now back to Conway, all the way across to Dotson. Dotson guarded by Moore. Now to Chilton across to Dawson Conway. His jumper, it's good. From about 12 feet, Dawson Conway hits that. He's got 5 in the game, and the Tigers' lead is 14, their largest of the game. As Ramsey gives it off to Moss. Taking Moss, guarded there by Conway. Puts the left side back to Ramsey. Ramsey down to Moore. Moore over for the three, takes it. It bounces in off the front of the rim. And a timeout called by Houston. As Moore gets that three to fall. And with 5:31 to go in the third quarter, it's 24-13. Salem on top. Let's take a 30-second break and return to Tiger basketball on KSMO. You're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Open a checking account today and get a free gift and refer your family and friends and receive another appreciation gift free from Progressive Ozark Bank. Just open a checking account today. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and even get cash back. So stop in today at Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Salem Tigers with an 11-point lead. They'll bring the ball up. And Dotson will go left side to Wilson. Wilson in the corner to Conway. Down low to Schultz. And a foul called. Under the basket, I believe on Burchett. That'll be his second. Salem will inbound. Conway fires it out deep to Hayden Wilson, who goes back to Carter Chilton in front of the Salem Tiger bench. Now to Reese Dotson. Dotson trying to drive left wing. Pulls it back out, flipping it to Dawson Conway. Conway out in the center S here at Salem. Back to Dotson, will go and replace Conway out there in that S. Dotson flips it off to Carter Chilton over for a three. Trying to bank it in, doesn't go. And it's taken there by Burchett. Dakota has 6 rebounds now, all the way down. It comes at 4. It's no good. And taken under control by Dawson Conway. Gives it to Dotson, now down to Wilson. Hayden in front of the Tiger bench. Giving it to George Schultz, top of the key, right side pass to Dotson. Down low to Carter Chilton off the glass. Rims out, no good. It was halfway in the cylinder and came out and pulled down there by Justin Leiter. And down all the way, getting a blocking foul for the Salem Tigers will be Hayden Wilson, as Moore was trying to drive down on the baseline. Will be his first. Carter Chilton checks out. Logan in with 4:26 to go, third quarter. Hit them up by 11. The inbound comes to Burchett. His short jumper's good. Dakota has 6 to lead Houston, along with Clayton Moore. They're back to within 9 with 4:15 to go. Dotson takes a 3. It's good. Dotson just came down. Nobody picked him up, and he buries the 3. And with 4:05 to go, the Salem lead is now at 12. Ramsey across the timeline in front of the Houston bench. Puts it down low, waiting for it there is Wilson. He puts the shot up, and it's good. Connor Wilson found himself all alone at that low post, making it a 10-point ball game with Salem on top. Got a lot more scoring going on here in the third quarter. Here's Wilson trying to drive in, gets cut off, back to Logan Chilton. Thinks about the 3, doesn't take it. Now back to Conway. Wilson left wing in front of the Tiger bench. Puts it into the paint to Logan Chilton. Lost the ball. Stolen away by Houston. And they'll get it off the other way to Ramsey. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Ramsey all the way down off the glass and in. Kylie Ramsey with a good play. That turnover turned into points, and Coach Brew calls a timeout. Well, you just can't turn the ball over in any game, especially in a low-scoring game. And that one just cost Salem 2. With the score, Salem Tigers 27 and the Houston Tigers 19. We're going to keep it here and tell you about Duncan Family Chiropractic. They're going to be moving to their new location on February 18th at 401 West City Girls Boulevard. That's like Monday. That's going to be coming up real quick. That's right across from AutoZone, right at the corner there of Route HH and Highway 32. It's going to be for your chiropractic needs. You can see Dr. Amber Duncan there at Duncan Family Chiropractic, or call, set up a time you'd like to meet. 729-2321. Duncan Family Chiropractic a new location. They'll be moving there Monday, February 18th at 401 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard across from AutoZone. Duncan Family Chiropractic is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Johnson will bring it up. Salem's lead now down to 8 as Wilson goes on top to Conway. Left side pass to Logan Chilton. He wants the 3. It's off the rim, no good. Schultz with that rebound underneath the basket, trying to put it up, and he's fouled from behind by Connor Wilson, and that will be his 3rd. Schultz back to the line. He's 2 for 2 from that stripe. He has 6 points in this game. And his first free throw is short. Jacob Mosley coming in the game for Connor Wilson. Mosley will check in. And the next free throw is good by Schultz. 28-19 to score. Houston team's got a lot of height and a lot of youth in it. One senior, that's all they have, and a whole bevy of freshmen. I mean to tell you a bunch. And now a travel call on Ramsey as he gets right in front of the Houston bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 juniors, just 4 sophomores, and 14 freshmen. Dotson to Logan Schultz. Now on top to Hayden Wilson. Down low to Schultz. Schultz on the glass. It's good. He backed right into Burchett, who couldn't do anything. 30-19 as Schultz using his size. Ramsey will bring it into the offensive zone. He finds a little hole all the way down. Blocked there by Schultz, but Schultz will pick up the foul. Ramsey started to shoot high, then came down trying to scoop it up, and Schultz will draw his second foul. He'll put Ramsey at the line. He'll shoot 2 with 2:26 to go in this, the 3rd quarter. Ramsey missed 2 back in the 2nd quarter, and this one is way off to the right. No good. Barely hit the rim. Now Schultz and Logan Chilton will swap spots on the block. And the next free throw, this one is good. 30-20 our score with 2:25 now left in quarter number 3. Dotson has the ball knocked away from him. He dives for it. The ball still under control now to Jordan Schultz, and a timeout called by Coach Prue as he thought Salem was going to lose the ball. 30-20 our score. 2:16 remains in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO, and you're watching the game on Fidelity Local 6.
Ring in the new year at Fairground Auto Plaza with a GMC 2019 Terrain SLT, 2019 Acadia SLT, or a 2018 Sierra 1500 SLT Crew Cab, where you can save 19% off the manufactured suggested retail price. Find out all the details by stopping by Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla, or go online at fairgroundgm.com. Fairground Auto Plaza, driven to serve you best, where Chevy finds new roads.
Salem Tigers with a 10-point lead. Don't forget on Thursday night, it's a doubleheader of varsity basketball right here on KSMO and Fidelity Local 6. The Lady Tigers will take on the Kabul Lady Bulldogs at 6 o'clock in varsity action, and immediately following that game will be the boys varsity game with the Kabul Bulldogs. That'll be Thursday night, a doubleheader on KSMO Radio and on Fidelity Local 6, and that game will be broadcast live on Local 6 and HD 406. Both games will be live on Local 6 and 406. Hayden Wilson has it down low to Schultz. Schultz turns around off the glass. It's good. A strong move by Jordan Schultz. And he is having a nice game with 11 points now. He's in double figures again. It's Moore bringing it up for Houston. Left side pass to Ramsey. Ramsey in that left wing, moving along the perimeter. Now on top to Moore. Lost it, got it back. Puts it down low in the corner. Waiting for it there's Leiter. Back to Ramsey. Ramsey trying to get away from Dotson. To the paint. Kicks it right side to Leiter. Leiter going baseline underneath the basket. It's the side of the basket. It comes down in the hands of Dawson Conway. 1.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Logan Chilton from 10. It's good. Make that 12. He's got 9 in the game. He's got a sweet shot when he can set up. 14-point lead for Salem. Ramsey will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Moore. Moore, who's got 6 points in this game, but it's been relatively quiet for Houston. Stops trying to flip it back. He does for Burchett. Trying to get out on top. Stolen away by Dotson. Dotson with Salem's first steal, then loses the ball, but gets it right back as two Tigers for Houston come fall down into each other, and Dotson puts it home. Two Houston Tigers wiped themselves out, and Dotson got the ball back, and it was able to hit the 9-footer. He's got 8 in this third quarter. The Tiger lead is now 16 for Salem. For the ball, it is number 32, Mosley, getting it to Moore. Moore trying to dance in. Lost the ball, stolen away by the Tigers. That's their second straight steal. Back the other way, Hayden Wilson with 25 seconds left to Dotson. Salem up by 16. Dotson trying to get away there from Leiter. Justin Leiter played some JV prior to this one. Going to get to Hayden Wilson. We're down to 10 seconds left now. As here's Dotson. Puts the right side to Dawson Conway. Down to 7. Dawson. Back to Dotson. Dotson going baseline. Pushes off. Takes a 3. It's short. And that'll do it for 3 quarters. Salem Tigers with a 19-point third quarter, lead this one by a score of 36-20 over Houston. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO. You're watching the game also on Fidelity Local 6.
Right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, you can save on a booster pack 12-volt lithium jump starter, Irwin Vice Grip 4-piece fast-release locking pliers for $39.99, a Blue Fuel 360 swivel rechargeable light for only $39.99, and Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil $18.99 for a 5-quart jug. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
The Bank of Salem Shazam Bolt's mobile app offers you a safe, easy, and fast way to manage your accounts, identifying potential fraud, finding surcharge-free ATMs, checking your balance, and providing alerts for purchases exceeding your designated amounts. Anytime, anywhere, even when the bank is closed, all from your mobile device. Shazam Bolts, a safer, easier, and faster mobile solution. Stop by the Bank of Salem for enrollment information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Message and data rates may apply.
To the fourth quarter we go here at the Salem High School gym. Stan Stevens bringing you Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO and on Fidelity Local 6 as we're winding down the regular season. District play is scheduled for Salem in Union, Missouri, starting not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Don't have a time yet, and they've not done the seedings yet as well. Once we know, we'll pass that on to you. A 16-point Salem Tiger lead here with 7:50 to go in this ball game, or fourth quarter regulation time. Pass left side to Ramsey. Kylie Ramsey for Houston. Right top of the key, now trying to dance his way in. Scoops it up and in. A good move by Kylie Ramsey. He's got 5. And Houston cuts into that lead. That's 14 points for Salem. Hayden Wilson out on top of Dawson Conway. Left side, Logan Chill. Logan. No pressure on him. Gets it out to Hayden Wilson. Out back to Reese Dotson. Guard there by Ramsey. Now to Logan Chill. Getting into Dawson Conway. Out to Dotson. Down to Carter Chilton. The ball knocked away. And still loose. It goes out of bounds off of Ramsey. It'll stay with the Salem Tigers. Carter Chilton got up, and the ball knocked out of his hand, went straight down, bounced up high, and looked like both Conway and Dotson got confused as who's going to go for the ball. Salem fortunate to get that ball back as the minute's gone here in the fourth quarter. Dotson starting by Ramsey, now over to Wolf, who just checked in the ball game. And now a foul's going to be called underneath, I believe, on Connor Wilson. He's shaking his head. And Wilson will pick out the foul. That'll be his 4th. That'll be the way to get to the bench. Get your 4th foul early on. That's his undoing there. As Carter Chilton with a baby hook. It won't go. And it's tipped out there by Logan Chilton on the rebound. Out to Silas Wolf. Here's Logan. He's got 9 in this game. Over to Hayden Wilson. And violation called underneath the basket. And I don't know who's that one on. That's on Houston as well. That's on Burchett. As he and Carter Chilton were mixing it up. Now 14 fouls on Houston. 6:43 still to go. Logan Chilton puts in the corner to Wolf. Wolf out on top, Hayden Wilson. No pressure. You can just stand there. Houston not really pressuring any of the Tiger players right now. Logan Chilton has it, puts it off to Hayden Wilson. He waited for a little bit of pressure from Moss. Moss knocks it away from him, but he gets it back to Logan Chilton. Out near center court, Logan will flip it over to Dotson. Guarded there by Ramsey. Dotson back to Logan Chilton. Between the circles, Logan starts to drive, now pulls up, lifts it back to Silas Wolf. Salem just taking time off the clock. Down low to Carter Chilton in the paint. Down under the Logan Chilton. Logan gets it, turns, spins off the glass. No good, but a foul called. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Carter couldn't shoot as he was double teamed, so he bounced it to Logan. Ball kind of came up on him. Had to circle around and get control of it, and then was fouled. And that foul is called on Sterling Jackson. And Logan Chilton with 2 free throws can get him double figures. And he does with that free throw right there. He's got 10 points. He is 2 of 6 from the stripe now. He's got another one coming. And this one also good. I mentioned he's like 80% usually. It's unusual for him to be at 20% now. He is 3 of 7. Not quite at 50%, but a lot closer. 5:55 to go as Moore has it for Houston. 37-22 is 3. Pinballs around, but will not go down. And Carter Chilton comes up with that rebound after 3 Houston Tigers were there. Here's Dotson in. Trying to go down low. Off the jump shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Hayden Wilson. And the ball will belong to Houston underneath their basket. 5:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Silas Wolf will check out as Schultz comes in. Conway back in. Gives Hayden Wilson a break. And on a very short bench here, so we've got 8 players actually. With Damon Akers in there. Braden Carmack not dressed. Here's Moore with it. Getting it to Ramsey. Ramsey gets the pick from Moore. Stops, wants to shoot, doesn't. Goes to Burchett, back to Ramsey. 5:20 left to go, fourth quarter. Ramsey tries to throw it down low, stolen away. The Tigers deflect it up, and they get their third steal. Here they come back as Schultz got that after the ball was tipped up in the air. Thinking to Dotson. Now on top, Logan Chilton with 5 minutes to go. Carter Chilton, set him up by 15. To Dawson Conway, flipping it back to Dotson. Tigers some very long passes out there. Dotson trying to get it, does flip it to Logan Chilton, who gives it back to Dotson. As Dawson Conway is over in the right corner, they go instead to the left side. Now he goes back in the middle. Logan Chilton will back it out. 4:35 to go. Flips it over to Dotson. Dotson down low to Dawson Conway. Dawson trying to get in, goes to Logan Chilton. Down low to Carter on the baseline. Carter's shot is up. No good. Tip brought down by Carter. Can't control it though. And it goes in the hands of Ramsey. Ramsey the other way. Kicks it down low to Sterling and he scores. Sterling Jackson gets the basket. First basket in about 2.5 minutes for Houston. And they cut the Salem Tiger lead down to 14 with 4:15 to go and a timeout called by the Houston Tigers. Salem 38, Houston 24. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio. You're watching the game on Fidelity Local 6.
Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem has 3 different types of flu shots. Flu Zone Quad is recommended for all ages. Flu Block Quad is recommended for 50 to 60 years of age, and Flu Zone High Dose is recommended for 65 years and over. There's no copay on Medicare and Medicaid, and some private insurance is accepted. The flu shots are administered by certified registered pharmacists. For more information about the flu shots, call Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem at 729-4091.
38-24, Salem on top. Their next game again will be that doubleheader Thursday, boys and girls doubleheader, which you'll see on KSMO. You'll hear on KSMO Radio, online at KSMORadio.com, and see on Fidelity Local 6 and HD 406, all live. So if you can't make it to the game Thursday night, watch it on your Fidelity cable channel, Local 6 or 406. Dotson has it with 4 minutes 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Logan Chilton back to Dawson Conway. Right there by Ramsey. He's to put a little bit more pressure on now as Logan Chilton gets it back to Carter. Carter out high, flipping the right side. Dotson down low, intended for Schultz. Schultz is then tied up and fouled by Ramsey. The foul on the floor. It will not generate a 1-and-1 yet, as that is the 16th foul. Ramsey's second. Houston becoming a little bit more aggressive now, but they've waited probably too long in the game. Still down by 14. Wilson will come back in. Logan Chilton inbound it. They're getting in a quick hurry, does the Jordan Schultz. Back to Logan. Logan Chilton in the corner. Bounce pass to Schultz on that baseline. Schultz stops, and then he is fouled. He went to put the shot up. I think that's going to be on Moore, backside, or it could be on Burchett, and they're going to call it on Burchett. That'll be his fourth. 3:42 to go. Moore tried to reach him from behind. His Schultz free throw is good. Got the shooter's bounce there. Connor Wilson checks in. Burchett checks out. Jackson back in as Leiter came in for about a minute, about 15 seconds. Both of those free throws good by Jordan Schultz. The Salem Tiger lead is back to 16, 40-24 with 3:35 to go. So trying to break that 7-game losing streak. Right now the ball almost going backcourt as Moore keeps it alive. Trying to flip it out, ball stolen away as it was tipped, and then a foul called on Moore. Salem Tigers' fourth steal. 3 of them have come in the last 3 minutes. And the foul called on Moore, his second, will put Logan Chilton at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Logan 3 of 7 from the stripe. And Jordan Schultz 5 of 6 from the stripe. The only Tigers that have gone to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Now 4 of 8. He's back at 500. Was it 20%? Now he's at 50%. And this one no good. He falls right back on it. Oh, well. Joey Jackson gets that rebound. Pulling it down, and Salem has that 17-point lead as Ramsey trying to get away from Dotson. His jumper is no good. Tipped up and out of bounds off of Schultz's hand as he and Sterling Jackson battled for it. 3:13 remains in this, the fourth quarter. Salem with a 17-point lead. Pass goes out to Ramsey. Ramsey getting it on top to Moss. Moss drives all the way down off the glass. No good. Schultz might got a piece of that and then pulls down the rebound. And then a foul by Moss, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Megan Moss with a foul. I think a little bit too late here for Houston. Trying to get a little bit more aggressive, but 17 points down with 3 minutes left. Probably not the time to get started. Schultz's free throw is no good. It's a 1-and-1, so it's pulled down there by Moore. Or the other way. He's not had the typical Moore kind of game, and then Wilson not ready for the pass. It goes right off his arms out of bounds. Young team. Connor Wilson, a junior, he's 6'5", but still a very young team. Only one senior for Houston. All out high to Logan Chilton down to 2:45 to go. He gives it to Reese Dotson right down the middle of the floor. Kicks it out to Hayden Wilson. And Wilson walks to the ball. A little anxious there to Hayden. Ball was tipped, kind of threw his timing off. He got it. Already in motion before he put the ball back on the floor. Salem in a half-court defense. They've been in that all game. Kylie Ramsey has it for Houston. In the offensive zone, spins away from one man. Now trying to go baseline. Lost the ball that was stolen away by Dotson. That's another steal for Salem. Down to Logan Chilton. Chilton in the corner. Out on top to Dotson. Dotson to the paint. Down low to Jordan Schultz. Back to Logan Chilton. Salem killing some time. Logan trying to get away from Moore. Down to Dotson. Reese. Back to Logan Chilton. Started there by Moore. Moving it across, just got it to Carter in time as Ramsey tried for the steal, couldn't get it. Out of Hayden Wilson, down to 1:55 to go. Carter Chilton back out to Hayden Wilson to Logan. Salem, again, keeping it on the perimeter, killing time. Pass, trying to thread it inside, was Dodson to Schultz. Knocked out of bounds by Wilson. Connor Wilson read that. Going for the steal, is only able to deflect it out of bounds. Burchett back in the ball game. And Tristan Leiter back in the ball game, and a timeout call with 1:49 to go here to Salem up by 17, 41-24. Timeout called by Coach Prue. We'll take a 30-second break and return. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Radio. You're watching the game on Fidelity Local 6.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
41-24, Salem Tigers on top. Many of the crowd now leaving. Figuring this game is well in hand for Salem. Trying to break that 7-game losing streak. And they're a minute 49 away from that. Right now, it is a 6-possession game. But Salem has the ball. Carter Chilton getting into Dotson off the glass. Count the bucket and the foul. Make it a 7-possession game now. As Dotson scores, he's got 13. And the foul called. See who the foul was called. I'll call him Ramsey. And Dotson will get the free throw. And it's good. He's got 14 now. Tiger lead goes to 20. As Ramsey will bring it up. Ramsey put outside to Wilson. Hands it off to Leiter. Now back to Moore with a minute 35 to go. Houston needs to be shooting the ball, not dribbling. Outside it goes to Ramsey. A three-pointer is short. Comes down and kept alive by Leiter. Leiter trying to flip it back. That's stolen away by Carter Chilton. Salem's 6th steal in the second half. In the corner is Wilson. 1:15 to go to Carter. Hitting it to Logan Chilton. Logan gets away from Leiter. Now back to Dotson. Down to 1:07 left to go. Tigers' 7-game losing streak appears to be coming to an end. As Dotson down low to Schultz. Schultz shot blocked away, but a foul called underneath. And he'll shoot two. That could be on Burchett, which would foul him out of the game. Or it could be on Wilson. That's going to be on Connor Wilson. Wilson finishes the game with 2 points. He fouls out with 1:01 to go in the game. Coach Gorman taking good old sweet time before replacing him, and now Sterling Jackson will come in. Salem up by 20 points. Their defense has played extraordinarily good tonight. Held Houston to 3 points in the first quarter. Total of 8 points at halftime. Schultz's free throw is no good. He's hit 5 of 8 now. And the second one is good. 6 of 9. 21-point lead for Salem, and they will end their 7-game losing streak as we're under a minute to go. And with the ball is Ramsey. Ramsey. And Houston will call a timeout with 52 seconds to go in this one. I think he's more frustrated with the officiating than he is with anything else. He wanted to talk to the official. That's the reason he called the timeout. As one of his players got knocked down, and he did not like the non-fall. And so he's going to let the official know. I think he's going to get racked up with a tee here in a minute. So we're just watching him continue to complain. Officials really being very calm about this. He didn't call a timeout to talk to his players. He called a timeout to talk to the official, who takes it all in stride and walks away. Standing with a 21-point lead, will be hosting Kabul on Thursday. The boys and girls will play on Thursday. 6 o'clock for the girls game, 7:15 for the boys game. Both games on KSMO Radio. Both games online at KSMORadio.com. Both games live on Fidelity Local 6 and both games live on Fidelity HD 406. So you can watch TV for the comforts of your home. It'll be senior night for the boys, not the girls. Senior night for the girls will be on Monday. We'll be back on Monday, the 18th, for that game with St. Clair. Inbound comes into Burchett, and his shot is short. Comes down the hands of Dotson with 45 seconds left. Dotson trying to get away from Leiter. Dotson flips to the Carter Chilton. Over to Logan Chilton. He'll hang on to it. It's double team. Decides he better move the ball. Now turns and lost the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Houston with 33 seconds to go. That's just Salem's third turnover in the second half. Inbound back to Ramsey. Down to 30 seconds left. Ramsey to his left. Kicks the right side, Sterling Jackson. Jackson handing it off to Moore. Moore will put up a three. It's no good. It went in and out. Now Burchett with a rebound. Backs up, walks with it, no call. And it goes down. And another timeout called by Houston for whatever reason with 15 seconds left and down by 19 points. We're just going to keep it here and tell you that Salem Tigers are scheduled to be at St. Clair next Tuesday in their final regular season game. That is a 5:30 JV start there. 5:30 JV start. The varsity end followed about 7. Now the girls will host St. Clair here at 6 o'clock on Monday night JV action at that time. And then the girls' senior night will follow at 7:15. And we'll have that game here on KSMO Radio and on Fidelity Local 6 on Monday the 18th as the Lady Tigers season finale here at home and senior night for the girls. I mentioned senior night for the boys will be coming up on Thursday night. Salem Tigers will say goodbye to Jordan Schultz and Hayden Wilson, the only two seniors they have remaining on the team. Carter Chilton will get in with 15 seconds left. A long pass to Jordan Schultz. He gets it. Goes underneath the basket, stops, goes out to Hayden Wilson. Down to 11 seconds left. Now to Dotson. Dotson with 7 seconds. Turns, spins, being shut down. Will fire it across to Carter Chilton. 1 second left, and the Tigers' losing streak is over. They defeat Houston by a final score of 45-26. We'll come back in 2 minutes to wrap it up. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio. You're watching the game on Fidelity Local 6.
Here at Riverways Federal Credit Union, our mission is to be your hometown financial institution, providing versatile solutions and making a positive difference in our members' lives. Riverways Federal Credit Union offers home, business, and farm loans along with great rates on checking, savings, and CDs. We commit ourselves to the credit union philosophy of people helping people, adding value to the financial lives of our members, families, and communities. Visit us today at riverwaysfcu.org or one of our locations in Rolla or Salem. Riverways Federal Credit Union, a positively different financial institution. Member NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Having breathing problems? Let us help you find out what the problem is through our pulmonary function tests that are non-invasive and show us just how well your lungs are working. Information from these tests can help your healthcare provider diagnose and decide on the appropriate treatment for your asthma, COPD, cystic fibrosis, and sarcoidosis. Don't struggle with trying to find your next breath. Call me, Lindsay Rosner, Director of Cardiopulmonary, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, pick up Lucas Deep Clean Fuel System Cleaner or High Mileage Fuel Treatment, 2 for $12. The PB Blaster Penetrating Catalyst for $3.99 each, and get a True Timber steering wheel cover priced at $14.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
The Salem Tigers end their 7-game losing streak and go to 1-5 in the SCA with a win over the Houston Tigers tonight at home, 45-26. The game was very low scoring. In the first quarter, it was a 5-3 score after the first quarter, and only 17-8 at halftime. The Salem Tigers got 19 points in that third quarter. Houston ended up with 12 that quarter, but the Tigers extend their lead to 16 and never looked back. The Houston Tigers got it back to within 9 at one point, but the Tigers extended the lead out to 21 and finished with a 45-26 win. Salem Tigers really needed that win to get the schneid off their back here in the SCA. They got that win, and tonight with good defense, really, especially was leading the way tonight. 3 guys in double figures, Jordan Schultz and Reese Dotson each with 14. Logan Chilton had 12 in the game, and Dawson Conway added 5. Those are the only scorers for Salem in the contest. And the Tigers did a great job on the boards. Carter Chilton didn't score any, but he had 7 rebounds. Jordan Schultz had 6 rebounds. Dawson Conway 5. 2 for Reese Dotson, 1 for Logan Chilton, and 1 for Hayden Wilson in the contest. Salem Tigers 11 of 19 from the free throw line, had 11 steals and 11 turnovers in this game. For Houston, they were led by Dakota Burchett with 8 points and Kylie Ramsey with 8, 6 for Clayton Moore, 5 for Sterling Jackson, and 2 for Connor Wilson. Those are the only scores they had in the game. Their leading rebounder was Dakota Burchett with 7, 4 for Corbin Toon, who did not play in the second half whatsoever, 2 for Tristan Leiter, 2 for Clayton Moore, 1 each for Ramsey, Wilson, Jake and Moss, and 1 for Sterling Jackson. Houston only 1 of 4 from the stripe, a very non-aggressive game by the Houston Tigers. I don't think I've ever seen a Houston Tiger team that was just kind of laid back and kind of, I don't know, trying strategic shots or what, but just wasn't working tonight, and allowed the game to go by pretty much uncontested and almost to the point. 7 steals for Houston and 17 turnovers in the game. Connor Wilson did foul out of the game with 101 left to go in the contest. That's the way this one wraps up. Salem Tigers now 6-17 on the season, and they'll be back in action, we mentioned, on Thursday, as will the girls in that doubleheader right here against Poole in their final SCA game, as the Lady Tigers will try to go to 5-2 in the SCA, while the boys will try and go out to 5 in the SCA with a win over the Bulldogs. But that'll be Thursday night. Doubleheader starts at 6 for the girls game and 7:15 the boys game. Both games on KSMO Radio. Both games online at KSMORadio.com. And both games will be watched live on Fidelity Local 6 and HD 406. That'll be Thursday here from Salem High School Gym. For Krista doing the work on the camera for Fidelity, for Hannah Bag of the Station, I'm Stan Stevens. Thank you all for joining us. The Salem Tigers win in here tonight over Houston by a final score of 45-26. Keep it here on KSMO Radio for Blues Hockey. Coming up next on your information station, KSMO Salem.
You have been listening to Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com. Tiger Basketball has been brought to you as a courtesy of your community health center, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Country Mart, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Fairground Auto Plaza, Progressive Ozark Bank, Southwest Baptist University of Salem, Town and Country Insurance, the Common Grounds Bistro, Larson Collision Center, Commissioner Dennis Purcell and family, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Don't forget to join us next time for Tiger Basketball on KSMO and online at KSMORadio.com.
And the final score of that game was 45-26 with Salem on top. They did win that game. At this time, we are going to go to the Blues Radio Network. Their pregame show just started. right here on KSMO 1340 AM.